Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Biz Talk. It's Friday at 8 a.m. and we have another great guest. So let's get going.
Good morning. How's everybody doing this morning?
Hey, good.
Got coffee and ready to roll, huh? All right. Well, welcome to Biz Talk, everyone. I'm Glenna. I'm the president of Fusion One, and we love talking to small businesses. We really enjoy talking to them and finding out what makes them stand out, but also getting some tips from them along the way. But before we get started, I do want to remind you where you can find us and all of our broadcasts. We'll go through that real quickly.
I'm going to pop it up for you.
There we go. All right. We do have our new podcast called Marketing and a Mic, which is just a culmination of our Biz Talk series and our marketing mix. So we're live on Facebook and YouTube, but you can catch the replay on everything else. All right. I'm going to have the other ladies introduce themselves before we introduce our guests. So we'll go to Sarah.
Okay. Good morning. I'm Sarah. I'm the director of digital marketing.
And I'm Kelsey, a social media manager with Fusion One Marketing.
Awesome. Today we are so excited to introduce the guest that we have today because she's got really cool things to tell us all about. And I mean, this is just caught on like wildfire. All these projects and things that you can do. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce our guest, Robyn Gayheart with Hammer & Stein. How are you doing, Robyn?
I'm good. And to add on to it's catching on like wildfire, the sawdust is the new glitter.
Oh.
I'm a glitter girl, so that's going to take some work. I'm going to have to get
glitter on me.
Awesome. Well, we're going to go ahead and get
started. And I am the owner of Hammer & Stein in Hoover. And I have owned it just since October, but this studio has been open since 2017.
Oh, wow. Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and get started. And why don't you tell us a little bit about your background?
Well, believe it or not, I have zero artsy bones in my body. I am actually a nurse by education, and my husband is the one that likes the woodworking and things like that. So we moved to Birmingham last year in July, and I was just kind of talking to him, you know what, we should there's a little shop where we lived, kind of like this. I said, we should bring that here to Birmingham and see. So I was doing some research, and ends up this studio was for sale. And so we just started from there, and that's pretty much the story. I have 11-year-old twins at home, and my husband is my builder. He actually is a pharmacist by day and builder by night.
Oh. So that's a mix.
Wow. So is that kind of, as you described before, I guess there was a type of shop or type of woodworking in where you live, because you're, I guess, I don't know, what are we coming on, a year that you've been here in
July?
Okay, July will be a year. Okay. So did you know when you moved here that this was something? No. Okay. So what made you just like jump in and do it?
Well, my husband and his brother are really close. And so that's actually why we're here in Birmingham. They wanted to live closer. So all of my family is up north. And so he asked me one day, I said no. He asked me a few months later, and I said yes, that we would move. And pretty much we had the house up for sale, and here we are. But he and his brother like to do woodworking. And so I was just, sitting out in the driveway with my husband and saying what I just said. We should bring it to Birmingham.
That's awesome. So for those that don't know, can you share a little bit about the concept behind Hammer & Stein?
Yes. We are a DIY studio, and basically, like me, you don't have to have any skill or know-how. Basically, we have projects that we put online, and I've actually got one here that I was going to work on while we're talking. This is our serving tray.
Nice.
Yeah, this actually retails for $45, so it's a good price range, and it's I think it's modern. Anyways, so you go online, and we have different projects set that you can come in and do workshops. You can have a girls' party. We've had bridal showers here, and things like birthday parties, kids' birthday parties. And then you come in, we get everything ready for you. You come in and you start by staining your wood or painting it. And then you've already picked out your stencil, which is this on here, online. And then we have that ready for you. You put it down, and then you paint it, and you take it off, and it's beautiful. It's like these behind me here.
Nice.
So easy.
Yeah.
I love that.
You give me hope, Robyn, because
Right, exactly.
I hear you.
No experience required. We're like, phew.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So yeah. No.
well, you got this business just in time for all this wonderful Corona crap, as we call it.
Yes. Yes.
But now things are opening back up little by little. What is your plan for reopening for parties and get-togethers and all the fun stuff that people can come and work together there in your shop?
Well, yesterday I was kind of waiting to hear what Governor Ivey had to say as far as the restrictions, because tonight at 5, the current restrictions expire and the new ones start. So I wanted to see if we were opening and if the numbers were staying stable. So what we are going to do is we're going to practice social distancing. And I have enough for 30 people to come here. So we're going to cut that down to about 10. So we'll all spread out. I'm going to have paint already pre-poured. So everybody, instead of going over to the side and touching the same paint bottles, you're going to have your own little station, much like what I have here. And if you live in the same household, you're welcome to sit as close as you want. But if not, we've got 6 different tables here that we can spread people out. So we're going to start out small and little. And as hopefully the numbers stay down, we will start opening up more and more. But we are taking parties, private parties. We're doing those. And I'm actually going to put workshops back up for next weekend.
Fantastic.
Wow. Well,
Yes. I know you have so many followers. I think you have thousands of people following you on social media. So I would imagine that everybody's going to be very thrilled to hear that. So that's exciting.
I'm excited to have people back in here. It's kind of lonely. I've been in here by myself. I'm not sure that it's just me preparing the kits that we had been doing. Just, so I can keep this sanitary and know that it's me and know where I've been as far as with people and exposure.
Mm-hmm. Well, gosh, that's really good news. I'm glad that you were finally, getting on the other side of this. It's helping so many businesses. So I want you to talk about your Hammer at Home kits, because I love the concept in that you're able to kind of bring the workshop experience to people's houses who still want to kind of practice the social distancing. So can you tell us a little bit more about those Hammer at Home kits?
Sure. What I did, and this actually all of our owners of Hammer and Stain kind of converted to mobile studios is what we called it. And basically it's the same ordering concept, but instead of coming in here and doing the workshop, I get all of your paints and supplies already prepackaged, and you get the exact same projects and come in, pick them up, and I actually would bring them out to the car with the mask on, no contact. And then, you could take them home, and I let people text me or email me with questions that they had. And so they were able to do it at home. I absolutely love seeing all the pictures coming back, and the little kids. We had kid kits. I love seeing their little faces while they were doing it, the action shots. And afterwards, they were so proud of themselves. So
That's great.
And we have decided that we're not going to take that away because there are obviously the community that is at risk for COVID, and it is safer to be at home. I mean, it's not fun, but it is safer to be at home. So we're going to keep those kits for people that have the high risk.
Wonderful.
That just don't even want to come in, don't want to put pants on and
And you know what? There's a good percentage of those that don't.
I might be one of those.
Like, how can I stay in my pajama pants and make this happen?
Yeah, I may or may not have shorts on.
We should have all of you guys stand up right now to see what the Lord has to.
No, because you know what? I'm wearing sweatpants.
I can see what the back of our hair looks like. You know, it's all good in here, but
Oh, I love it.
You're giving away all my secrets.
Yeah.
Do in the front. So going back to the kits, can you tell us about the process of what people need to go through to order those? Can they be found online? And then also, how do people find out what new projects you have available? Do you have like an email list, or do they just need to check your Facebook page? How do we know what's in the pipeline?
yeah, typically what I do is I put out teasers on my social media and just kind of get a feel for what people are wanting, what they like, what they don't like, which helps me to know what products to release. And basically, you just go to the website, you see what I've got available, and you sign up. And yeah, so I mean, it's pretty easy. It's very user friendly.
Great.
Awesome. Well, we have people tuning in this morning, Robyn, so I'm going to give them a shout out real quick. We have Steve Johnson. Lavon is joining us this morning. Cindy King Edmonds, of course. Bud Ussery, good to see you, Bud. We've got Roxy Kelly, Gail Mason, Andrea Fott.
Hi, Andrea. She's my niece from Indiana. Hi, sweetie.
She says, "That's awesome. Go, Robyn."
With COVID, I plan to come back over Christmas, and that just didn't work out. And then the COVID started, and I have two great nieces that I have not met yet. And she was one of them.
Oh,
Gosh.
I have a quick question here. Lavon wants to know, do you take drop-ins? Like, can you come and just do a craft, or do you need to schedule?
We have had open paints on Saturdays. We actually started that, I think it was in January. One of my instructors was here from 9 to noon, and we would advertise, like I said, on social media that we were going to be open. And then we have certain projects here that are already pre-made that they could come in and do. And also, I'm open to, if you want to email me, and let me know, hey, I really liked the round or whatever that you had up last week. Could we do that on Saturday? And I could get it ready for you. So questions, yes, but no, not yet.
Yes, but no.
Yes.
Yeah.
The pictures, you guys, you have to go on our Facebook page and look at the pictures. I love that picture of it looked like the neighborhood group. They were all spread out all over there. Looked like the cul-de-sac.
Yeah. Which kind of makes me sad because that's the type of neighborhood I used to live in. We lived in a cul-de-sac, and pretty much all of the kids were the same age. And I could definitely see our group of friends doing that. But that actually was one of our sister's studios. She, a mom was like, you know what? I'm sick of this. I got to get out of the house. I got to see my friends. And so they came up with an idea of a cul-de-sac party. So yeah, I actually haven't done those yet, but I've had a few people reach out to me and say, oh, that would be so great. So yeah.
That would be
endless what you can do and what kinds of groups you can get together. So that's what even makes it more fun. So if you are ordering these or pre-ordering projects, can you get personalization added to them, or how does that work?
Absolutely. And then with certain projects like the one that I'm doing now, I need to know your last name and like established dates and stuff like that. A lot of projects have that, but you don't have to do that. And then there's an area on the order form that you can put all of that in there. And then you can also request. As long as it's not a giant overhaul to the design, it's not any extra charge to kind of switch things around or add something that you want.
And for the people that are just joining in right now, fill us in on what you're working on over there. I know we have some people that came in a little bit late. If you can do it without getting paint on you.
A lot done really quickly.
I get paint on me a lot. Yeah, so I'm halfway through, and what you do is you start out with a light first coat, you let it dry, and then you put on your second, and then I'll do the big reveal. Because again, for all of those that are joining, I don't have an artsy bone in my body, but it's sure going to look like I do when I get done.
And it's a serving tray, right? You're making a personalized serving tray?
It is. And I'm actually thinking about adding a lazy Susan to the bottom of this and putting it on the middle of the dining room table.
That's such a great idea.
Yeah.
Is that a current project that you have going on right now, or is this just something fun that you're showing right?
I do not have it on the website right now, but I have in the past. We're starting to do a little bit more modern designs. I myself am more of a modern farmhouse. I'm not real rustic. And so that's kind of the design that I'm going with here. But we do have rustic designs. But no, this is not on the website right now. I'm actually toying with the idea of just putting certain things up for a couple of days a week. And then so Mark can have, my husband's name is Mark, he can have time to make all the projects and get them ready in a timely manner. And then I'll open it up again next week. But some of my sister studios have done that, but then they've been inundated with emails, where are the projects? They're not on the website. So I don't know if they're not.
Oh goodness. So, okay, Robyn, we've started this series called Tip Time, and now we're going to move into that. So we've got a real good pro tip that we want to ask you. So here we go. Yeah, it makes you do a little bit. So I'm curious about this. I'm sure you've seen a lot in the workshops, and some maybe do's and don'ts. So I wanted to ask you, do you come across kind of a common mistake or mishap that you see in the workshops when people are doing projects? And if so, do you have a tip on how they can avoid that?
I do. People like to put a lot of paint on for the first layer. I think because they're afraid that they're not going to be able to do a second layer and it's not going to look good. But that happens a lot. And what happens is where the vinyl meets the wood here, when you've got a pile of paint on there, it has nowhere to go but leak under the stencil. And then you get those nice crisp lines. So how we prevent that is we do just a very, very light coat for the first layer. And that basically seals off the edges where the vinyl meets the wood. So it's kind of like glue. And then you can do your heavier coat for the next round.
Cool.
That's a good tip.
That's a pro tip.
Yeah, because then it'll bleed almost essentially, right? And then, you've got like a blurred letter.
Yeah, and some because wood is natural and live, it's not like plastic where you can make it exactly how you want. There are cracks, there are lines that sometimes the paint, it just goes into, even though the vinyl is all sealed up, it's just part of having a live product.
Mm-hmm.
But it also gives it character.
Right. That's when you know you're not a pro.
Cindy has a question for you.
Sure.
Do you have food or drink available while crafting?
That is an excellent question. We have water here, but you are actually able to bring in any kind of food and any kind of drink that you like. And while your paint is drying, you can have your drink or your snack and then come back and have your great reveal. But no, we don't have any restrictions on drinks. Totally up to you what you want to bring. And it's kind of nice because when we have parties, like the birthday parties, which are so fun, the little kid birthday parties, after they've got their paint done, we can set up another table and they can all eat and have a good time and kind of get their giggles and wiggles out.
Giggles and wiggles.
And finish it. So yeah, good question.
Would you mind?
I have to say this because Cindy just reminded me of this. I love this project that you have where it's the key on the wood slab and it said yes to the address.
Yeah.
I feel that is so cute and unique. And that would be such a great gift for either realtors to give to new homeowners or just a housewarming gift.
Yeah. And even to build on that a little bit more, I have a key for the realtors to hold up in their, after the signing, the closing signing, sold by whomever.
Great.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that project actually instead of this one because I've got one going out tomorrow. But I picked this one because this was my favorite.
Would you mind giving us a sneak peek of some upcoming projects you may be releasing?
Sure. I actually have this behind me since Father's Day is coming up. We have beverage tables, and I have not personalized this yet. But basically, it's a cooler that you can set any kind of drinks in, and then this gets a personalized stencil if they're into fishing or it's a dad or something. That gets a big personalization area, and then also you can do the corners. So yeah, we're actually rolling this out on Monday.
That is such a cool idea.
Yeah.
Awesome. And
my Father's Day, the most requested Father's Day, because dads kind of like to grill and maybe sip on a drink or something like that. So it's perfect.
And have their drinks right there by the grill, easily accessible.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely.
well, we have Andy tuning in, and then we also have Gail who's asking a question. How many can you have in a class at a time? I think you mentioned it earlier, but we probably want to reiterate that.
Yep, we have room for 30 people, but with the COVID restrictions, we're only going to try to keep it at 10 or under. And we've got plenty of room for 10 to spread out. So if they're all from the same household or they're close family, we can have more.
Right.
It's for the public workshops that I like to keep. I'm going to keep it small.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how do you come up with all these great ideas for the projects?
Well, I wish I could say that it was me that came up with all these ideas, but as with most businesses, we all kind of are behind the scenes on Facebook groups and things like that. So that's actually what we have. We have a group of owners that all kind of share ideas and bounce ideas off of each other. And actually the founder of Hammer and Stain, we call her Queen Hammer. She is very savvy and she has amazing ideas. She had a studio, which is how it started out. But now she doesn't. She just helps us all with ours. And she's amazing. So we get ideas behind the scenes. And everybody shares. This is my design. You can't use it, which is awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Helps with brainstorming.
Yeah. What I'm doing right now is I'm taking off the vinyl.
Okay.
Some
I
people
found myself peeking up trying to see what you were
I
doing.
know.
We thought it was in 3D.
how it is right now, but there's still pieces of vinyl on. So it looks kind of junky right now, but I promise it's going to be nice and clean.
So, Robyn, do you have year-round projects that are always available, or do you operate where you'll just launch some things, like you said earlier, and it's seasonal, and when it's out, it's out?
Mm-hmm. We do have year-round projects, obviously, because if we didn't, we wouldn't be able to stay in business, because the busy season for us is around the beginning of the fall, where we're starting to get the leaves and pumpkins and things like that, through Christmas for gifts and decorations. But so we do have lots of seasonal, and they change every year. This last year, the hot item was ceramics, the ceramic trees, which I had no idea that those came back. I started the owner here in October, and it was vintage Christmas trees, this, vintage trucks, this. I'm like, wait a minute, that's like grandma's stuff.
I was about to say, that was at my grandma's house.
Yeah, but it came back. Yeah, this last year. So this next year, we're going to be having a whole lot more of that. We'll be prepared for that.
Awesome. I'm pretty sure every woman in my family came to your store and did the truck or the tree last year.
Yeah.
They're
It was
so cute.
We had a waiting list of people to get in.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
Very popular.
I know. I was surprised that got popular, but hey, that's how it is, right? Things just get recycled
Yep.
and they're new again.
Mm-hmm.
So, then that starts making you realize you're aging, when you're like, oh, yeah, that was what I wore as a kid.
Yeah, it's really true how things come back in style. Kind of like the jeans now, the high-waisted jeans. I never in a million years thought those would come back, but
yeah. I mean, we used to call them the mom jeans.
Yeah.
And it made fun of them, and now they're trending. So,
which is why I don't have any, because I don't want to wear mom jeans.
Nope.
Oh goodness. Well, I think Kelsey, we got your question answered about Father's Day. So, and Glenna, we just talked about the other non-wood stuff, but
well, what I also wanted to bring up right now, Robyn, because I've seen, because of the time of year it is, I saw some pictures that you have some really cool outdoor games. You also have some graduation things. Talk about some of those kits that you have available, because I think that's people want those right now.
Yeah, with graduation, we have a round that has a graduation cap on it, and you can personalize it with your school colors, and then it has the graduate's name across the cap. And then we have a hashtag at the bottom. Right now, I'm partnering with WDJZC, studio, and they're actually giving one of these rounds away each week to a graduate that gets nominated. So we have those, and the outdoor Yahtzee is what it is. It's basically Yahtzee, but it's a 4x4 square, and it has the dice, the dices, and then you roll it, and you can get, a full house or something like that, or a Yahtzee. And we also have cornhole, which is huge right now. We've got a few orders that we're trying to get ready. Mark has a few orders that he's trying to make. Let's just be real honest. Business side, he takes care of the making side. So he's making some cornholes. And the cornholes are kind of neat because pretty much any design that you want, as far as we've got one that has a Canadian wife or husband and then an American, and so one is the American flag and one is the Canadian flag, which is
cool.
Kind of cool. So yeah, pretty much design possibility is endless. I also have a graphic design artist. Her name is Chris, and she does beautiful work. So if I can't figure it out, she's my right-hand lady, and she does a beautiful job.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And Andy's asking, do you offer private group classes? And I'm wondering if that's, maybe he's meaning for clubs, or maybe Andy, if you could expand on that.
We do, while he's maybe expanding, we do, you can rent out the studio. It's not actually renting it. I would like you to have at least 8 people, just because it makes it worthwhile to have that many. But there is not a venue fee, which is kind of nice. You get the venue with the fee. So yes, we can do private parties anytime that we have available spots. And we're also looking at reaching out to different breweries here and doing off-sites. On a slow night for them, just to bring clientele in for them and to bring us out of the studio for people.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, so if you know anyone that would like to maybe partner with us, we'd be more than happy to entertain and see if we can come up with something.
Okay. Yeah, and I think he answered his question, yes, because he said for small groups, team parties, that kind of thing. So you can do it, Andy, all day.
Yeah, you can do it.
Team building. We also had done a lot of team building. But again, with COVID, we would like to keep it under 10. So
yes.
Yeah, it makes sense. Well, you partially answered this, but I wanted to know who would be the best referral partners for you, or who would be the best people to kind of communicate your business to get them in the door, or virtually in the door.
Like I said, we're trying to reach out to different breweries. So if you know anyone that would like to partner, or they have a new business that they're trying to promote, we'd be more than happy to promote on our Facebook page and Instagram. And just corporate parties, as far as the team building, it's a fun thing to do here because it's not like going to an arcade where you have pizza or whatever, and it's the big group, but nobody's really into the arcade. Here, you come here, and you actually leave with something that you're proud of, and you have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that would be my answer to that. And I wanted to go ahead and show you the reveal.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that did turn out fantastic.
Yeah, you did that while you're sitting here talking.
Exactly. That's how easy it is, and it's mindless. I found that while I've been home with the kids and things like that, I've needed something mindless to do. So it's been nice to just kind of sit down and craft.
Yeah. And then come up with something beautiful in the end.
Absolutely, yes.
Is there anything else that we haven't covered yet that you want to get out before we wrap it up?
Not really. I think we've covered most everything. The only thing that I, again, would like to just bring back to everybody's attention is if you want to partner with us, may that be a coffee shop or a brewery, like I said, or even a bakery, we'd be love to get together and talk about if there's something that we could come up with.
Awesome.
Did we run her information on the bottom? Let's do that real quick.
Yeah.
Good call.
There
Glenna.
it is.
I forgot I did that.
Yeah, so we'll let that go for just a few minutes so they can, ways to get a hold of you. I know obviously we're running it on the bottom, but what are the best ways to get in touch with you?
The best way is to email me. And you can send me a text if you like. Calling, I don't normally have time to answer because it's normally loud in the background with the kids, or I'm here doing something and it's loud with the tools.
Yeah.
So email or text is the best way.
Okay, fantastic. Well, we have it right there, hammerandstainedbhm@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And you're located on Lorna Road. So there we go. Well, now I think, Sarah, you ready for the fun stuff?
Yes, I am. Okay, so we are going to move into our last part of the show, which is the hot seat. Okay, so Robyn, you and I can totally feel each other on being quarantined with kids, and how, you know, it's just been fun and exciting and all of those positive words. But anyways, you're a parent to twins, and you know we both had kids, so I thought I'd kind of mix it up a little bit this morning, and we're gonna do a game called Would You Rather Mom Edition. Okay.
Tell me when you're ready.
Hopefully it won't gross you out, but okay. Tell me when you're ready, and Glenna will start the timer.
I'm ready.
Okay. All right. Would you rather have your kids constantly talking or constantly crying?
Oh, talking.
Would you rather step on a Lego or step in pee?
Pee.
Would you rather shower in peace or shop in peace?
Shop.
Would you rather sleep in every day or take a nap every day?
A nap.
Would you rather drink your kids' backwash or eat their chewed up food?
Neither.
Food.
Okay, would you rather homeschool until your kids are 18 or have them live with you until they're 28?
28.
Oh, 28, okay. Would you rather have your kids be terrible in public and angels at home, or angels in public and terrible at home?
Angels in public.
Oh, yes. Okay, would you rather have them blow their nose into your hand or into your shirt?
I've had both, so I'd say my shirt.
Wow, Sarah, that was rough.
Good one.
Well, really, though, like a lot of that, yeah, we've pretty much experienced. We've probably both stepped in pee and both stepped on Lego.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe we consider motherhood here.
I was going to say, Kelsey checked out.
Long and hard, Kelsey.
Well, Robyn, we appreciate you coming on so much today. It's been so fun, and I think this will help get the word out to even more people that we're coming out of this crisis. Yay. And it's time to have fun.
Yes.
And you can still have fun at home, or you can call Robyn and schedule some time at her shop. So thank you again. We really appreciate you. And we had such a great time. So I want to have everybody know that you can join us on Marketing Mix now on Tuesdays. We changed up our schedule a little bit. We're going to be doing Marketing Mix Tuesdays at 8, but we will be back for Biz Talk again next Friday with our special guest, Andy Interkin with Legal Shield. So we will see y'all next time.
All right. Thanks for having me, guys.
Bye.